The other day we had a birthday party for my daughter, and as people went to the toilet, they wandered past this atomic collection, and the number of people who said to me, "Why do you need so many coffee machines?" And I tried to explain to them that they were all different. And rather than trying to explain it on an individual basis, what I'm going to do is a very quick video on the different types of atomic coffee machines. So, first of all, there's two basic types of atomic coffee machine. There are those with a steam arm, and there are those without steam arms. The later coffee machines had steam arms for frothing milk, and the earlier coffee machines didn't. So let's just concentrate first of all on the coffee machines that have steam arms. There's basically 5 or 6 different types. First of all, the latest design of atomic coffee machine, the one you can still buy today in Australia in a shop called Bond Trading, looks like this. It doesn't come with black steam knobs, it comes with a red steam knob like this, okay? This is the latest design of steam arm coffee machine. There was also a design by a company called Sassoon where they thought it'd be a great idea to put the steam knob on top, which might sound like a sensible idea because you would think that the pressure rises, etc., but that didn't actually, or doesn't work particularly well. This particular Sassoon model, just out of interest, comes with three different flavors, with a red knob, a light blue knob, and a yellow knob. And if you're very lucky when you buy one, that's where that necklace went. You will buy it with the original Bakelite lid. The reason they needed a Bakelite lid was because the aluminium of the jug was much thinner than the other jugs. This particular design also had a design fault whereby the screw there is actually below the level of the water, so therefore when you fill it up, eventually the screw rusts and that handle falls off. But most atomics that you'll see, Sassoon atomics, do not have the Bakelite lid. The other thing that was nice about this particular machine, it has a much nicer steam handle. This Sassoon came in 2 models, as it happens. It came in this model and also the non-steam arm model, which is here. So anyway, back to steam arm models. The other crazy design for a steam arm was this here. You can see they thought it'd be a good idea to use the same type of design. Okay. When I first saw that, I thought it was a fake, but that is actually the original machine. However, it doesn't look nearly as nice as this design here, which is why they settled on that design. So the steam arm machines came in 3 different colours. The vast majority of machines are just aluminium like this. If you buy them new, they're very shiny. After a few years, they go a little bit duller. They also did a brown Bakelite machine like this, and a red Bakelite machine, which we keep in our camper van in Australia. And they also did a Sorrentina machine. Don't be fooled to think the Sorrentina, the replica Sorrentina, but the original Sorrentina, which we keep in France, has green Bakelite, very dark green Bakelite. Okay, so that is a very brief rundown of the steam arm machines. The other thing that they did occasionally in America in the group handle, have we got one here? I forgot to show this with one hand. The group handle, some group handles have this sort of hole, additional hole, where you put a steam rod through like this, and you're supposed to be able to regulate the amount of steam coming through, but it doesn't work very well. The actual just normal atomics work just fine. Okay, so there's nothing. Oh yeah, there's one other thing about the atomics with the steam arm, and that's the nozzle. This type of nozzle here is a smaller nozzle, and it's by far the best type of nozzle. The modern nozzles is much longer, and the angle at which it shoots out steam determines basically how easy it is to froth milk. It's much easier to froth milk using these old style ones. That, I believe, is it on steam arm atomics. Okay, next we're moving on to a vast range of non-steam atomics. The first thing to note is, where are they? Here we go. One thing I came across once which really surprised me was the fact that it actually did, if you can see that, 2 sizes of atomic. This little one here is actually a smaller atomic, I guess a single cup atomic, but I never realised that they did that. So these early machines actually had a seal along here, and this top bit actually is removable, whereas the later machines had no seal at all. So the early machines, like this one here, they had a seal. If you're very lucky and you've got a really super duper early machine, you might find that when you look at it, it'll actually have the number on it. Number 19, very rare. And on the bottom of this machine, it actually has engraved, there you go, the person who made it. Okay, these machines here come in a variety of different jugs, all a bit dusty. There's that style of jug, there's a triangular style of jug, oops, triangular style of jug, there's this type of jug here. I'm going to do this with one hand. Small jug. And there's these types of jug here with a slightly different Bakelite handle. And 9 times out of 10, these older machines will be missing the jugs. And if you're a collector, there's not a lot of point in buying a machine without a jug, because the chance of ever finding a single atomic jug on the internet is almost 0. So, old style machines, now they also all had different steam knobs, like the very earliest machines had steam knobs like this, and there's no pressure release valve in here. On the modern machines, you'll notice this here is actually a pressure release valve, and eventually that would blow steam out. On the early ones, they had no such thing. On the slightly later ones, they did actually have pressure release valves, you can see. Once again, there's no point in, if you're collecting atomics, buying an old machine if this bit is missing, because you can't get these old style steam knobs anymore. What else can we say about the different types of atomic? The group handles are all different as well. The different shapes. This one goes down into a teardrop. The old Sassoon one is flat. The actual Bakelite part of the handle is different as well. So once again, if you're missing these essential bits and you're a collector, I wouldn't bother buying the machine, because the chance of the individual bits ever coming up for sale on eBay is almost 0. So all of these machines here are in full working order. We use all of them when people come around and they just want a short shot of coffee. I use this little Milano one here. When people want lattes or cappuccinos, we use that one there. The only other thing I could say is on the older machines, that top seal is actually held in with a screw like that, as opposed to on the modern machines where it's held in with 2 screws. So there you have a very brief and quick synopsis or run through of the different types of atomic. There may be a few I've missed, but that's probably every different type of atomic out there.